Allora ragazzi, sono Matteo, Chain, oggi sono qui con Yoann Zephyr, molti di voi già lo conosceranno. E lui è venuto oggi qui a Roma per un evento del mio amico Andrea Jump e oggi lo intervisterò per la mia rubrica di Parkoultura, perché come già ho detto intervisterò molti dei trasor del mondo, anche italiani, tra cui lui. So Zephyr, can you tell to us your story about the very beginning of your experience in Parkour?
Okay, so I'm gonna make it pretty short. So I used to understand what was Parkour when I was like, I don't know, maybe 14 years old. My father told me a story that when I was younger I tried to climb on a wall and the wall was going higher, and I used to jump from this wall all the time and get higher and higher. And one time I was like looking at my father and asked him if I was able to jump from where I was. And he told me like, I don't know how you feel about it. And I say, I don't know, I don't think I'm ready. So he told me just go down, train again and go back.
Yeah.
And when he told me this story, like maybe 10 years later, I understood when I really started parkour. So that's why I think I practice parkour for over 10 years right now. That's because that's not because you watch a video, then you became a tracer or a freerunner. That's because you understand what it is and you understand why you want to do it. So after that, I just wanted to train, you know, go all over the world. So my first big travel was to train with the Shaolin monks in China, and that was one of the place where I used to understand how hard training is gonna be for the rest of my life. If I want to be good, or if I want to just do what I want to do, by just being strong for myself and helping other people. Because I don't think you can help people if you're not strong enough.
Yeah.
So I have a long period in my life when I needed to feel better about myself, think I'm strong and I'm good at something, to be able to help people after that. So the big story is just I train with everyone, trying to learn everything I can. I know what I'm doing and I know why I do parkour. I know what it is, and I also do free running. That for me is a mix of the result of different movements and the result of the parkour training as well, not the parkour itself.
Okay, thank you. So I have another question for you. Some people make difference between free running and parkour, you know. Maybe it's the same in France, in UK, in USA. What is your opinion about this difference? If there is a real difference, or make it by people, only by people? What's your opinion?
My opinion about that is just inside, you know, in our heart, most of the people, we doesn't really care about it. About like show the difference between parkour or free running, because it doesn't matter really. It matters when we have to tell the story about it. Like if we don't know what is parkour, we don't know where it's from, we don't know, like, we just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So we do something we don't know about it. And I think that's not cool. When I used to talk with David Bell, he told me like parkour is a method of training. The result of it is you do what you want with it. So that's what I think. I want to keep parkour as just a way of training, to be strong for myself and to help other people, so just getting stronger, and keep it as a method of training. The result of that, I use it for the free running part. The free running for me is more the mix of the result of different training. So different method, parkour, gymnastics, b-boy,
martial arts,
you know, martial arts, everything, and all of the result of those methods are free running. When you put it together, you try to create a flow and connection between 5 different movements, and more if you want. So for me, that's the difference. If we say there is no difference, we lost the origin of our own sports. Free running started as well because of the parkour base. We started to do acrobatics outside because we needed to go outside to jump. So, you know, for me that's important to remember that. When I tell kids like, do you know why you do parkour or free running? I'm not saying like, why do you just do parkour or free running? I'm saying both.
Yeah.
That's my point of view. I'm a free runner.
I like
it. I can be efficient if I need to. But that's my secret weapon, and that's parkour.
Okay. Because in my opinion, parkour and free running, it's only two different ways to telling the same things. Because parkour, it's not only jumping obstacle, it's not only what Yamakasi says. It's a way of thinking, a way of training, you know. And so I think free running, it's only another translation people made during the years, and it's maybe a mixed part of the same thing. But people like to make difference, like to talk about bullshit and create confusion. The other question, you know, lots of newbies, new practitioners, they want to start practice parkour because of the flips.
Yeah.
And some of those wants to train up and starting from the other tricks. Maybe some of my practitioners say, when do you want to train me in double con, and they can't make a single con, or a precision jump or roll, and they don't like roll because it hurt in the back, and it hurt in the back only if you can do it.
Wrong. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So an advice to my follower, beginner follower, about what to choose for your very first training session, or what a line to follow to begin.
I think if you want to train the right way, let me give you an example. If you want to do a Kong, the Kong itself is not that important because that's the move. But all of the techniques we will bring you to do this move, that's important. The distance between you and the obstacle, the step you have to make, the speed, the force, the angle, all of those, those important things before, this is the move. If I don't do the right step before my jump, I don't do my jump. And that's what kids, I think, or beginners forget. They forget they want to jump, but if you don't know how to run, how can you jump? If you don't know how to roll, how can you land right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe do like 5 years of training and get knee injuries and you don't do parkour anymore, and that's not what you want. I know kids, or they want to train to look good, or they want to be the best. If that's your way of thinking, if you want to be the best, you have to train since the beginning, because the best, they are made with rocks and they train harder than everyone, and that's how it's gone. Talent doesn't bring you to the top.
Yeah, David Bell said you don't have to be the best, you have to be better.
Exactly, you have to be better than yourself, and I think that's the point. Like, parkour and free running is about that. You know, we have a huge community, and if we have so many people like that, that's because we are one, and we are not single guys who jump and don't want to talk with anyone. We learn from each other, and that's where it comes from. Like I said, I don't want to be the first one. I just don't like to be the second one, and if I'm the first one, that's because I deserve it. If we do competition. When I'm outside, I'm training with those guys, there is no competition. Like we said, just trying to be better than you yesterday. Just try to be a good man. That's enough. Just help people on the street when they need. Just be the guy who is here for people, and that's it.
Yeah, you're starting with something of my next question.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's all about competition. It's all about Red Bull Art of Motion and other competition like that. I know you were in a Red Bull Art of Motion, right? Okay. Do you think it's helpful for parkour life, parkour longevity, to make a lot of competition like that, or it's healthy for this discipline that business like Red Bull, a company like Red Bull or Nike or other brand make competitions or make business on us?
The thing is, like, for the parkour competition or the free running competition, when I started that, I thought about competition as a challenge, like, or the degree I have to get in the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like, that's one other way to train. I think, you know, that's not an obligation, and that's what is good about it. I think we should let competition be. The only part is I try to have athletes like professional athletes took care of it, not huge brands. You know, we don't want to lose our sports like for huge brands who have more money than us. Why? Because I think, let me give you an example. The first competition I did, there was over 7,000 people watching me. I was on the top of a huge structure in the middle of London, and I didn't stress, and I didn't understand why. You know, at the beginning I was like, I'm here, there's so many people watching me, but I doesn't stress about it. And that's where I understood like competition is not bad, because I think the way of parkour is learning to put yourself in the worst condition or every situation you can, to be able to control your body everywhere, anywhere, with anybody around you. When I'm in the streets, I forget the people around me. When I'm in competition, I forget the people around me. And I think that's the point. We see the competition as a bad thing, but for me it's just one more thing to learn. And it's important. It brings me where I am, and it helped me to show my sport. Now I have more, let's say, more impact on people, and I use that communication from those big brands to give those messages I give you right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's good, because I can help to bring community as well. So that's like parkour. Some people will use it wrong, some people will use
like
it
everything.
like everything, depend on people. I think just try if you want to try. If you don't want to try, we don't care. That's your choice. Like, we respect that, and that's what is important.
Okay. The last one, and I leave you.
No problem.
You know, we live in a world full of technology. Yeah, worldwide. There's YouTube, there's Facebook, and a lot of ways to know about everything. And so I think a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of beginners watch parkour only because it's cool, only because I want to do the same jump Zephyr did, because I want to go to a Red Bull Automotion like him. Yeah, I want to do it because he did. I don't think it's great. Now, you know, because people lost the right path, because you have to do for you.
Yes.
Maybe because you want to do the same thing, maybe because you are proud of what Zephyr do and you want to do the same, but you have to think about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
What I think is, like, you know, people sometimes ask me like, who is the guy who inspired you in parkour and freerunning? And I'm like, you know, I never really took inspiration from someone in parkour. I took inspiration from Travis Pastrana, from Muhammad Ali. You know, this kind of guy who push themselves into the best they can. Yeah. And I think when kids watch us doing competition or doing other stuff like that, they try to get inspired to start. They need a beginning, they need something to start, so they find motivation. And I think we are this image, as you know, Daniel can be without doing competition. You know, it can be everyone. The thing is, with communication, we are the generation C, the connected generation. So everything is fast, everything is on video. When I started, like, there was no video. That was just the beginning. You know, we just send it through like a website. So I think kids have to find who they are, and for that, they are kids. They are going to make mistakes. Don't be the best copy of someone. Just be the best you can be for yourself.
I think it's different between you can do this and you can think to do this.
Yeah, you have a difference between like what you can and yet what you want. The thing is, like, you know, my first decision, like I said, when I did my first move, that was to know where when I'm not able to do something. For me, parkour is to be able to take the decision to say no, I'm not ready, I'm gonna train, I'm gonna do it. If you take inspiration from people who train for over 10 years or more, you have a line, you know you want to get to that kind of points, but let me tell you something, your way will never be the same as anyone around you. If you try to be the best copy in the world of one guy, you will never be that guy. And you will find yourself in any way. Everyone try to find yourself and everyone's do it, I promise you.
Okay. So thank you very much for this experience, because it's so helpful for me, for my project, and for the other who follow my channel.
It's a pleasure. Follow his channel.
It's Chain Parkour. If you want to watch it on YouTube, yeah.
I'm gonna share that on the all connected stuff. Communication is one important part right now. When you become a professional athlete, it means just you get paid for doing what you love. So by sharing, you know, all of these pictures and content and video, we just help people to get connected to each other.
Yeah,
and
that's
to
right.
To meet each other. That's why I'm in Italia and I'm French, but I'm in Italia and I'm doing stuff with people I don't know, and that's the point.
Yeah, I did the same thing in my workshop, and it's great to understanding that in the other part of my country there's people who say thanks to your channel, thanks to your opinion about parkour. I started parkour. I started to make my personal journey inside the discipline. It was great because I don't think I'm the best. I don't want to be the best. I want to give someone something change my life.
That's true. You know, every people I met in my life changed my life. Like, sometimes I just walk on the street and start talking with someone, like an old guy, and it just changed my way of thinking. I travel all the time because it changed my way of thinking, my mind. I agree with something, I disagree with something, but I always learn, you know, with people. So, I mean, that's the point. And yeah. And you know, if you want to, as a kid, when you want to learn, or you have to learn from different people. Not always the same. Like one teacher will never help you to grow as you can grow. Like that's why I say I teach something, I give you my experience, but each one of you give you experience to me as well. I'm learning from you as well.
I'm
one
here
guy
for
is
this.
never enough to teach something.
I'm here for this because I went a lot of workshop about Yamakasi, Parkour Generation, and some of Italian treasure. And it's my very first time with you because I want to train with you because I need to understand from different people, different. Thank you to be part of my project. Thank you to be part of this workshop, and
thanks to you, bro. That's a pleasure. Take care of you, and yeah, check his channel, and I'm going to share that on my as well. So.
Allora, grazie a tutti per aver assistito a questa intervista, spero che quello che ci ha fatto condividere Yoann sia servito anche a voi, vi faccia accendere una scintilla per ragionare un po' di più sul vostro allenamento personale e non basarvi troppo su quello che vedete e quello che vi dicono, ok? Grazie a tutti e buon allenamento!